Williams from the corner. Oh, he can knock down threes, Kenny. Now he's going to go back door. Oh, what a feed. Feed to Ume, who goes up for the slam. Devin Lilly drives, pulls up, fires home a two.
I'll tell you, man, you cannot underestimate the hustle this big man gives you. Strap in your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on.
Welcome inside Chippewa Valley High School. Jeff Vitale alongside Brad Fetters getting set to call the action here tonight. Round one of the Michigan High School Athletic Association District Playoffs. A matchup tonight between the L'Anse Creuse Lancers and our Chippewa Valley Big Reds. Let's meet the starters first for L'Anse Creuse. Number 2, Grace Amo. Number 20, Caitlin Rackley. Number 22, Mason Morris Krause. Number 23, Lakia Brownlee, and number 24, Trinity Marshall. L'Anse Creuse is coached by Lisa Downey. And now the starters for Chippewa Valley. It's going to be number 2, senior Paige Marana. Number 4, Savannah King. Number 11, Angelina Munson. Number 20, Bianca Boyovich. And number 21, Jordan Monroe. Now, Jeff, it is win or go home time now. First round of the district playoffs. You can throw out the records. You start over from scratch here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is the speeches you give to your kids as you leave it all on the floor because there is no tomorrow. And for every team that loses from here on out, their season ends. So you leave it all on the floor and give it everything you got. It's been a while since the Lady Big Reds have been home for a district. It's also been a while since the Lady Big Reds have gotten a first-round bye. So here they are playing in day one, and this is obviously a 3-day district with the next set of games on Wednesday before the championship games on Friday. And this Big Red team hoping to be there on Friday on their home floor. This is the game 3 of the series that L'Anse Creuse leads 2-0, Brad, but we all know this game is a lot more heavily weighted than the other two.
A 40-20 victory for the Lancers back on December 16th. And then a game we had right here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television, a 28-24 overtime win for L'Anse Creuse. Nearly identical on paper. L'Anse Creuse finished the regular season with a 7-13 record, 3-7 in the MAC Blue. Jackie Mauer's Chippewa Valley Big Reds finished 6-16 with an identical 3-7 mark in the MAC Blue. That's why these two teams are so familiar with one another. They both competed out of the MAC Blue. Chippewa Valley in their home whites here tonight. L'Anse Creuse in those road blues. Grace Amo going to take the tip. She is a force to be reckoned with for the Lancers. She wears 2. She was all league last season as a junior. Back for her senior season. She will be the post presence here tonight for the Lancers.
Yeah, the Big Red's going a little smaller with their starting lineup. Maybe it couldn't be a little quicker today. I know in the last game against the Lancers, they doubled the post a lot. I expect them to do that today and have someone else beat them.
Triple try on its way short. Rebounded by Savannah King, the 5'6" senior.
She plays a lot taller than 5'6". She's a lot of heart. She plays inside usually every game against someone bigger than her, and she battles them and plays them tough. So we'll see how she works tonight. Obviously, they're going to need Paige hit some shots. Mackenzie Harris has been coming on, so we're going to see who's going to step up tonight, keep the Big Red season going.
Paige Miranda directing traffic, skip pass over to Monroe. Monroe gets it right back. She can shoot from distance. Miranda has it now, left wing side, dumps it down to Savannah King. Oh, what a cut there. Perfect find. Boyovich with the first bucket of the night, and the Big Reds lead it 2-0.
Yeah, great ball moving around the perimeter. They got to the short corner, and she hit Bianca there for a great layup. And then a steal here. You can see the speed of the Big Reds coming out early. trying to get a spark going, and I like the way the Big Reds have come out.
Able to pass out of the double team. Myrana 4-3 straight away, just off to the right-hand side. Rebounded momentarily by Rackley, but lost it out of bounds. Possession will stay with Chippewa Valley.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best here to be unbiased, as we know, as professional as I am, Brad, but I got a lot of these girls with me on Saturdays reffing in the Chippewa Valley Girls League and stuff. I get to see them every Saturday. I got to know a lot of them so good throughout the season. So, you know, I am kind of pulling a little bit for him tonight, but said I'll do my best, call it right down the middle. You may have to keep me in line a little bit tonight.
I know you were in this gymnasium a couple nights ago for Chippewa Valley's senior night. That was a tough 43-34 loss to the Romeo Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were down 15, 16 points and battled back. This Romeo is so long, but they played hard. I think they kind of used some things from that game. We'll see how it translates to tonight, but I like the energy that they come out with. This is kind of, I think the games that we've called this year, the most spunk we've seen the Big Reds really come out in. Usually they're kind of a slow starting team. They really got some energy and some fire to them today. I like it.
And Big Reds showing a lot of patience on the offensive end. And we've kind of seen this game plan at times out of head coach Jackie Maurer, where Chippewa Valley is just kind of apt to waste a lot of clock and kind of shorten the basketball game. Do you like that strategy?
Yeah, the biggest thing obviously is taking care of the ball, as Lance Creuse is kind of in what looks like to be Syracuse extended 2-3 zone. So you got to make good passes. You got to be careful of the long passes. That's what they're trying to bait you into. What you got to really do is attack the middle with them being so spread out.
Man, there's a block shot there by Amo. And then an ill-advised pass out of bounds.
Yeah, Pace put a little pressure on the ball, and sometimes just a little pressure is all you need. They threw the ball away, and it sounds like this place is packed. It's really not, but the people who are here are into this game and ready to go. So
I was just about to say that. Not a very large crowd, but a very enthusiastic crowd, to say the least. And from our vantage point high atop the gymnasium here, the most vocal of the fans are directly below us.
Especially everyone might be home sleeping after coming back from a long midwinter break. Everyone might be tired.
Jordan Monroe slams on the brakes. 15-footers no good. We got ourselves a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Big Reds.
Yeah, Bianca Boyevich, very, very aggressive early on that offensive glass to get the tie-up. Big Reds had the possession arrow. Keeps the ball for Chippewa.
Redding into the game for Lance Creuse. Wears number 50. Chippewa Valley has yet to sub. Marana for three, once again off the back heel. And it's Redding there to track down the defensive rebound. And another tie-up. Alternating possession arrow says Lancer ball.
One thing we've seen different, we've seen the press from the Big Reds, but that ball gets rebounded, Brad, right under the basket. There are at least one or two Big Reds on that ball. They're hounding it. They're all over them. And they are really getting after it. You can see with the smaller lineup. And then don't forget, number 6 off the bench is Mackenzie Harris, and she can provide a spark too. So.
Ooh, look out. Near steal in the backcourt. Brownlee floats a pass up top. Morris Krause over to the right wing side. Pull up jumper's good. Boy, oh boy. Caitlin Rackley. No hesitation there on that jumper. Moran up ahead to Munson. Pass tapped out of bounds there by Brownlee.
On that press, Brad, she's got to come back to the basketball a little bit. They're baiting that.
So let me ask you another question. With Chippewa Valley taking their time on the offensive end, it has to be difficult for the Lancers to have to defend for that long.
I mean, it does take a little bit out of you having to play defense for that long, but you also got to convert some possessions that'll make it even tougher. You know, you don't want to play a 2-2 first quarter because then the Lancers will be like, oh gosh, we hardly had the ball and we're right in the game. You want them down 8-2 and really try to make them climb uphill the whole game and slow the game down that way.
Myrana changes direction, goes over to the right-hand side. Good pass down low, contact made with the shooter. Boyevich will go to the line to shoot a couple.
One thing, Brad, too, you got to let our viewing audience know at home, which is probably got at least up to 200 viewers by now, you would think, is, you know, in the MHSA playoffs, not every official's assigned. You get certain officials that earn certain points throughout the year, kind of like in football. and it kind of goes the same way. So you're kind of seeing the best out here. So sometimes where you maybe see calls that normally don't get called, you might see a little different. We have not seen this officiating crew either here or at Dakota all season long. And that just kind of shows you officials around the state, the ones who have gotten graded well are the ones that get to kind of continue to officiate this time of year.
So the officials earned this spot. And diving effort there to make the save. Comes up empty. Now they're going to say it's going to stay with Chippewa Valley. Oh, boy, I don't know.
Yeah, Coach Downey's questioning it.
Yeah, of course. Rightfully so, I think. Not going to win that argument. That's a three-pointer. No good. Anna Lizat. Oh, hesitated. Oh, boy, she traveled. No call.
Maybe a makeup.
Go around the perimeter. Three on its way now for the Lancers. In and out. Tough luck miss.
That's got to be a foul.
Battle for it now. Ball still loose. And finally, the whistle blows. Jump ball. Chippewa Valley basketball.
You don't think these two teams know that this is it? I mean, look at the way they're battling right now. They're getting after it. Third meeting, too, which is always tough to play somebody 3 times. And, boy, everyone's getting after it, diving on the floor. A lot of intensity early on. This is great. Great atmosphere.
Quarterfinal matchup. Wide open. Savannah King blew it.
I don't know if that was much of a foul. She was just trying to turn away and hit the floor, but that might have been called more on the sound than the actual foul. But
Mackenzie Harris into the basketball game for Chippewa Valley. She led all Big Red scorers the last time these two teams hooked up with 7 points. Savannah King was solid as well with 6. Marana turns down the look. Goes over to Kralka, who's into the game.
Coach Downey early on with a lot of different combinations to try to find a little spark to get this team going.
Harris over to Marana. Back to Harris. Open look from 3, short. But it's Harris with the offensive rebound.
I'll tell you, man, we've said this a few times. She has been the spark plug off the bench for this team, and she can really get things going. You know, the Big Reds have a good chance tonight.
And a walk there by Mason Morris Krause.
For the 72 people in this gym right now, this place is on fire.
Well, let's not call the fire marshal yet.
No.
Oh, high dribble out of bounds. Folks, it's not literally on fire.
No. The intensity.
Yes.
It's up there.
Thank you. We need to clarify that.
You know it's not on fire because the concession stand isn't open, Brad, and I'm hungry.
You made me well aware of that on the walk into the gym. Passing into the double team. Ball loose on the baseline, out of bounds. Less than an ideal start to this basketball game for the Lancers. Yet they only find themselves trailing by 3. 5-2, 2:15 left to go, opening quarter of play. Harris fouled right at the timeline.
Well, if you're the Big Reds right now, the pace of this game is just perfect. Lance Creuse right now trying to kind of find their spot in the game. Again, so many different people coming in. Combinations, much smaller group on the floor right now for the Lancers.
Oh
boy.
Might have gotten away with one there. I don't know quite where she caught that basketball, but and it's going to be a tap away there by Lizat. Lizat throws one up, no good.
Get the ball ahead.
Numbers, 4 on none here. Marana coasts in, lays it up, misses. And now a foul, a little frustration perhaps.
Sometimes, Brad, the hardest ones to make are the ones when there's nobody around and you know it. And you let your guard down, and she knows it. Paige play a lot of basketball, she knows.
Big Red chant begins. Lizat, pull-up jumper, good.
A lot of energy in this gym right now.
Anna Lizat, a sophomore. Harris splits a couple defenders.
What a
Tried to
catch.
find Savannah King along the baseline, turns it over. A little bit of a bump, and that's going to get called.
Yeah, that was right in front of the official. She wasn't fooling him. She's trying to get that ball back, but she just couldn't get a handle on it to get that ball back out for a reversal.
Brooke Hall, the sophomore, getting ready to check in. 5'9", wears 23 for Chippewa Valley.
She's been dinged up a little bit, which is why we haven't seen her as much, but she gives them some size that they need. Also can give Savannah a rest a little bit.
Abigail Palmer into the game as well, and a good find there.
That's a nice job of spacing the floor. You get the ball off the sideline, you hit the middle, and there's nobody in that middle, and that's always the weakness of a press.
Leah Swope with that last basket. Harris pulls it up and hits. Beautiful shot there by Mackenzie Harris.
Well, she's off and rolling early, and that's usually a good sign for the Big Reds.
Baseball pass to Swope. Swope trapped along that baseline. Oh, what a play there by Palmer. Those types of plays oftentimes go unnoticed. They don't show up in the stat sheet.
Well, they are hustling. This is probably the most pep in the step we've seen from the Big Reds this season. So, little baseline inbounds here.
Yep. It's nice to kind of hit late February, early March and be able to hit the reset button, right?
Yeah, I mean, you play a grueling 20, 21 games as the Big Reds have, but when you get to this point in the season, everyone's at 0-0. Everyone's in, and now it's just going to see who can play the longest. What you did during the division and the regular season, it really doesn't mean anything at this point in time. It's who's going to win today.
And Chippewa Valley's got to like their draw. The winner of this basketball game will take on Sterling Heights, who finished 12-10. You might say, well, that's a pretty good record. You finish above 500, but they played their basketball out of the MAC Silver.
And the Big Reds that beat them earlier this year in overtime, 54-48.
And a buzzer-beating shot, no good. Bounces around, another opportunity for Chippewa Valley. That'll count! Oh, Mackenzie Harris! Knocks down the field goal. She's got 6.
7.
Make it 7. They're going to call it a three-pointer. They're going to call that a triple. So it gives her 7 in the game. Gives the Big Reds 10, and they lead it after 1. 10-6 our score.
How about that? 7 of the 10 points by the young sophomore. She's going to be fun to watch as you kind of watch her grow through the years. She has really improved her game from last year, this year. And right now, if you're the Big Reds, this is what you want.
To keep up with everything MHSAA on social media, look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for tournament updates, event announcements, video highlights, and high school sports news from around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day. So keep it here, nearly set for the start of the second quarter of play. Today, Lance Creuse Lancers team that has won 2 of their last 3, but when you take a look at their schedule, you realize they are just 3-7 in their last 10. This has been a different Chippewa Valley Big Red team here at home, a 4-5 record here in the Valley. Just 2-11 on the road. Only 2 seconds ticked off the clock.
They got the ball off the floor fast there, Brad.
So they're going to take 8 seconds off. And here comes that kind of patient half-court set. Obviously riding the hot hand of Mackenzie Harris. Marana for 3, short. And out of bounds, out of the hands of Brooke Hall.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shot you want, and she just didn't knock it down. We've seen her knock that shot down so much this year, but I'm telling you what, you gotta really love the pace the way this game is right now for the Big Reds.
Swope swoops in. Got hacked in the process of shooting. We'll go to the charity stripe to shoot a couple.
Yeah, once they got past the 3 there, I mean, the Lance Creuse has that advantage. The Big Reds got to get back once that ball gets over that front 3, get back, or Lance Creuse is going to get some layups there and work their way back into this basketball game.
Well, that's kind of living and dying with that 3/4 court press, right? Once the Lancers are able to pass over top of it, then all of a sudden it becomes a little bit of a numbers game and an advantage Lancers.
Yeah, and you've made them throw it away a couple times, so it's not like it hasn't worked. It's just, at this level, if you get some teams that learn to handle the pressure well, you just got to be in a little bit better position, especially when they're rotating the ball around your press.
It's a split at the line there for Swope. 10-7 advantage for the Big Reds. 7:15 now left to go in the first half. Marana crosses over the Chippewa Valley logo. Flips a pass to Munson. Munson, her right wrist heavily bandaged. Right thumb as well, kind of a little semi-cast. And a turnover. Stutz able to step in front of that pass. Up ahead to Rackley. Shoots and fires and makes.
It was a nice skip pass. She held on to it just a half second too long. Lance Creuse did a nice job of rotating over to steal that pass, which got them a bucket down the other end quickly.
This is a field goal shooting team for Lance Creuse. Not afraid to fire up a shot. Amo's really their only post presence. She's getting ready to check back into this game. Marana catches left wing side. Yo-yos the basketball in her right hand. Now defers to Munson. Munson twists and turns, avoids the defense. Now gets picked up. Tough pass into the corner for Palmer. Skips it over and drilling the jumper there, Bojovic.
Abby Palmer made a fantastic pass there.
Looking for the answer on the other end. Offensive rebound going up strong. Second chance opportunity coming in the form of Morris Creuse.
Well, too, Brad, as this game goes on, the one thing we'll look at is second chance points. Those are things that kind of kill you in a game like this, is giving teams 2 and 3 opportunities to score, and now the Lancers go to the line for 2. When you give them 2 opportunities, the goal is always 1 shot. Not in the perfect world that doesn't always happen, but you got to hold them to at least 1 or 2. You can't give them 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, or this game's going to turn south really quick. And just like that, Savannah King back in the game.
1 for 2 for Morris Creuse. Her first point of the game. 12-10. Big Reds in front.
Yeah, and as well as the Big Reds have played, Lance Creuse is only down a bucket here. So, I mean, if you're the Lancers right now, just continue to stick with your game plan and what you were doing. Probably an offensive foul there. Yeah, loose ball.
Yeah, going to get
Munson.
Munson.
Her out of bounds. No, he called her out of bounds.
Wow.
Oh, God, I'm telling you what, if I'm Coach Downey right now, my hair's standing up over there on the sidelines.
And she is talking to that far side official, and she's indicating that Munson kind of reached in.
I 100% agree with her.
Munson clearly had her pocket picked, and in the process of trying to get that basketball back, committed a foul. High bounce pass. I don't think that was quite designed that way. And then another turnover here for the Big Reds. Now Amo. And another point blank miss for Marana.
Oh, it's a couple opportunities right there for layups that the Big Reds have got to hit.
Yeah, you have to cash in on every single opportunity in the playoffs. Every possession so vital when it comes down the stretch. Morris Creuse. Chippewa Valley doing a terrific job of stepping into those passing lanes.
Yeah, they got the Lancers a little off their game right now. And, Lance Creuse right now almost in scramble mode. They did a nice job of getting it to the big girl in the middle there, and then kind of fired. They're making Lance Creuse play just a little faster right now than they're capable of playing.
That pass too hot to handle, out of bounds. Another turnover. .301 gone by, second quarter of play. So glad you decided to tune us in tonight here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. I'm Brad Fetters alongside Jeff Vitale.
I shared the link tonight. Hopefully my 8th grade girls basketball team watching tonight. Shared the link with them, told them to watch. Try to give them a little shout out. Came away with a nice win at Fraser Richards today. So 2-0 to start the young season.
Congratulations to the Panthers.
They play hard. That's all I can ask of them. And we did a good play well tonight. Hopefully it'll rub off on the Big Reds a little bit tonight.
Draws a double team, and that's a push. Amo is going to pick up the foul.
She ran into a brick wall. Oh, man.
That's Amo's second.
That hurts. I mean, that takes your number one player really out of the middle for right. I mean, that's advantage Big Reds right now.
Coach Downey giving some instruction to Grace, the senior. Tough catch there for King. Drives hard, can't finish. And there's a complete turnover on the ground. And we're going to get a jump ball.
A lot of officials here tonight, Brad. A lot of officials. Where's that announcement about becoming an MHSA official? Maybe we should read that next.
We'll read that one shortly. There's how you beat a press. Some good diagonal passing. And then a turnover. Near steal. And another tile.
You know, Coach Merchant could be out here recruiting some football players. This game's starting to get physical. Might have to bring out some shoulder pads here.
A little football on the hardwood.
Lance Creuse has definitely dug their heels in a little bit more this second quarter. They don't want this game to slide away.
And a travel call there against Bojovic.
Yeah, that's one of the common mistakes young people make is they try to take their 2 steps to spot like they're going to shoot it, but then they drive, and that becomes a travel. You gotta keep that pivot foot down.
Swope catches a couple steps in front of the timeline. Fires a pass to Morris Krause. Back out, triple try on its way, no good. Marana comes down with the defensive rebound. Changes direction, crosses over, scans the defense. Fires a pass to Munson. Munson will regroup. Goes back to Rory Kargas into the game.
Question will be soon, Harris has been at that table a while. We haven't any stop in the action.
Strong bounce pass inside. Savannah King couldn't finish.
Man, that's about the 3rd layup tonight the Big Reds have got. Maybe in the 4th. This could be a 10-point game.
Oh, boy. Bodies hitting the floor every which way. And
jeez. Nice sportsmanship there. I'm like, Leah Swope walked right by. They knew they were both going for the ball. She patted on the back and said, hey, good hustle, good job. I like that. It's high competition, but yet you still don't forget kind of who you are and what you're about. That was really nice to see.
Travel there. Well, offense hasn't been the name of the game for either one of these teams all season long. Lance Creuse Lancers averaging 35.6 points per game. Chippewa Valley just under 30 points per game. So really, this could be a battle here tonight, the first to 30.
Yeah, I think coming in the game, both teams have said, first 1 to 30 is probably going to win this game. It's probably not that far off. Harris, who's got 7, is back in the game. She was looking to drive before the ball hit her hands. You could see the look in her face. She knew it. But, right now, you can't ask for much more of the Big Reds than what you've seen so far tonight. And, almost a carry, but a lot of pressure on the ball right now.
Tough pass, intercepted numbers now for Marana and Harris. Harris goes up.
Oh, God, another layup.
Hard roll off the front iron. And then another jump ball.
We see a lot of the quick tie-ups now because this game is starting to get a little physical. Referees going to quicker whistles to make sure no one gets hurt. I like that.
Rain Redding into the game. Replaces Caitlin Rackley. Rackley leading the Lancers in scoring tonight with 4.
It's tough to see now. You can see why the Big Reds have averaged under 30 points a game. I mean, they've had 6 point-blank looks under the basket and just haven't been able, just a little too strong off the glass. You could be looking at a 24-10 game right now. And those are huge misses in a game like this, Brad. Huge.
And then Brooke Kralka commits the foul. Her first, but more importantly, the 5th now on the Big Reds. Tough inbound pass. Rackley catches that ball going away. And
this has been the most pressure we've seen out of the Big Reds for a long period of time. You know,
yeah,
Coach Mauer, what was it from the Water Boy? Last game of the year, Brent, can't hold anything back.
Pulling out all the stops tonight, all the tricks of the trade.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that number 2 won't touch the bench. I know that's a stretch. Oh, what a pass.
Another close shot missed there by Chippewa Valley. Now Mackenzie Harris got to be careful she doesn't commit a foul. Going coast to coast. Oh, what a move. Can't finish. Offensive rebound, no good. Now Harris hits the deck and traveled.
Now, down there, we saw a girl completely roll over. Mackenzie never moved at all. Might have been knocked down, but, I mean, well, 2 different calls right there.
Alloy to trigger, rather. 17-footer is good out of the right hand of Morris Krause.
Yeah, they didn't switch on the screen, and I left her wide open just beyond the elbow there, and she knocked it down pretty easily, tie the game up.
12-12, minute and a half left in the first half. Kralka drives baseline and traveled. Turnover starting to pile up here, Jeff. Just 2 points in the second quarter for Chippewa Valley.
Yeah, Big Reds have got to find a spark here, and you know, Coach Mauer going to her bench, trying to get a combination here. The pressure's been great. It's just been the offense that's struggled, which has kind of been the MO all season.
They've been outscored 6-2, and then it's passing to a spot there. Jordan Monroe comes up with the intercept, but momentum took her out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a big hustle back, because that's an easy bucket, and that would give Lance Creuse a lead, and you hear the other side of the gym explode. So that was a nice job there, just at least getting the ball out of bounds and not letting anyone have it.
They avoid the 5-second violation. Loose ball. Kept alive by Brownlee.
Whew, they are getting after it, aren't they?
Morris Krause between the circles. Coach Downey going to test the limits of that coaching box.
Yeah, both teams are a little bit out of sync offensively right now. The defenses right now have kind of been ruling the roost, and yeah, obviously some halftime adjustments are going to need to come, but listen, these coaches don't care if the game ends up 1-0. They just want to be on the side with the most points.
Don't ask you how, they ask you how many.
It's not about style points this time of year. You can win the game 3-2 for all they care.
Survive and advance.
Yep.
.50 seconds left to go. Monroe catches in front of the Lancer bench. Goes over to Kralka, holds the ball high above her head, now decides to drive. Kicks it out to Harris, over to Moran, a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. Now bounce pass to Harris, triple try on its way, no good. Alloy comes down with it. Up ahead, a little 4-on-2 here for the Lancers. Trailing teammate catches, now drives, floats up a shot, rejected. Boyevich with the block.
Bianca's had a great half for the Big Reds, just kind of doing all the little things.
Kralka avoids the steal. A little hesitation by Monroe.
Nice fake and drive there.
Lancer's gonna have to heave something up here in a hurry. It's tied up, it's stolen. And Chippewa Valley will take a 2-point lead into the intermission. 14-12 our score. Jeff, your thoughts on the first half of play?
I think we need to break, Brad, just to catch our breath. Holy smokes. I mean, pace is up and down the floor. Both teams playing their guts out. I'm loving it. It's a great basketball game, 14-12. Obviously, both teams we mentioned struggling right now a little bit offensively, but I think that's also, you can kind of attribute that to some pretty good defense. I mean, both teams have really stepped it up and made some great plays defensively, and that's why we got 26 combined points here in the first half.
First to 30 might do it. After all, the last game was a 28-24 final. We're exactly on
25.
We're right on that pace here tonight. So we'll take a quick break here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. Come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll have the start of the second half of play. Quarterfinals of the MHSAA Girls Varsity Basketball Tournament. Chippewa Valley, the host venue. Big Reds in front of the Lancers of Lance Creuse. 14-12. Jeff, it wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Yeah, and, now the chess match starts with both teams making some adjustments at halftime. Grace Amo with 2 fouls, so she had to sit most of that first half. So we'll see what the Lancers can do. Their horse is now back in, and here we go, Brad. The final 16 minutes of basketball here. Someone's going home.
Morris Krause tried to skip one inside for Amo. It's a turnover, not the start the Lancers wanted. Marana held off the score sheet, but she has run the point effectively here tonight for Chippewa Valley. Picking up the dribble, Munson fires a pass out. Monroe looks to go down. Oh, she threaded the needle.
Page has also played some outstanding defense, and you can't say enough about the first half play, too, of Mackenzie Harris, as well as the hustle of Jordan Monroe. And I can't even forget Bianca Boyovich.
Boyovich with 7 points down this game.
Well, not to mention the work she's doing down low for the Big Reds with her and Savannah King. This team right now is playing pretty well. They get a couple more baskets and build this lead up. You're going to put Lance Creuse into some panic mode, even though there's a lot of basketball left. But you don't want to get down early, especially in district basketball. You start to tighten up a little bit.
Boyovich and Harris, 14 of the 16 Big Red points here tonight. Skip pass, Morris Krause thought about the 3. Instead it'll be Rackley to take it. She misses short, just grazed the front iron. Another battle for that loose ball, and it's the Big Reds that come away with it. Marana quickly to the front court, crosses over, slows things down. Handles the basketball in her right hand, fires a quick pass over to Munson. Cradles it in her left, over to Marana. Dumps it down low to Boyovich. Marana, little hesitation. Turns down the screen, goes back over to Munson. Here's that patented delay method, and now a foul along the baseline, and that's Amo's 3rd foul of the game.
And say what you want about the officiating. They have been consistent both ways, and that's the only way the coaches want it. I think they've been very consistent both ways, the officials. Yeah, there's some times that just raised your eyebrows when they've made a call, but they've done it both ways.
Absolutely.
And that's all you can ask for as a coach. They have not controlled the game. The players have controlled the game.
Boyovich. Loose ball, tracked down by Boyovich. What a game she has had. Marana needs it, got it. Timeout call by the Lancers. It's a 30-second timeout.
I almost jumped out of my seat on that one, Brad. This is getting tougher.
A little 5-0 spurt to start this 3rd quarter of play has extended the lead now to 7 points.
And this is what you want. You want those Lancers to play from about 7-8 down. They're going to start to force things. Not only that, your horse now has 3 fouls. You got to find a way to manage her for the last 14 minutes or you lose her. I mean, it's playing the Big Reds game. Right now, you just can't start looking ahead. You have to play the one play at a time. One play at a time. Continue to share the ball offensively. Page doesn't have to be your leading scorer. You hit the person who's got the best chance to score, and that's how you're going to win this basketball game.
Well, more importantly, perhaps, your secret weapon, Mackenzie Harris, is sitting on the bench. So you're building up this lead and allowing Harris to get warmed up on the bench.
Yeah, and she's got 7. Bianca's got 7. Playing great defense right now.
There's a good catch. That was obviously something that Coach Downey talked about in that last 30-second timeout, how they were going to beat that press. And now you get the tie-up because of the double team, Chippewa Valley basketball.
I mean, you're 18 minutes in this basketball game, and you've held them to 12 points. That's some defense, Brad.
Marana over to Monroe. Here comes the double team. Monroe tries to pass out of it. Pass deflected. Oh, boy, they're going to say Lancer ball.
Yeah, she threw it over everyone's head. That ball's got to come up to the point and reverse that way. That's just a tough pass when they were rotating to it. But
tough inbound.
Page has put a lot of pressure on the ball, really making it difficult. That was double. They are really frustrated right now. Lance Creuse, they are way off their game right now. Coach Downey's really got to try to slow them down and settle them down a little bit. You can really see how different of a team they are when Amo has to come out.
Well, you just wonder how long of a rest she's going to get with those 3 fouls.
Yep.
A little bit of a trip there. So Natalia Stutz went down.
That's the one thing you got to be careful of is you can't force that. You got the lead, take as much time as you want the clock, move the ball around. You're trying to throw the ball through 3 people there, and you don't really need to do that.
That's Boyovic's 3rd, so she will take a seat along with Jordan Monroe. Mackenzie Harris back into the basketball game. Savannah King in as well. Brooke Kralka, Paige Marana, and Munson, the 5 on the floor right now for the Big Reds.
What you got to watch in this 1-2-2 zone is the top person on the backside's got to drop. No one was underneath the basket except for the Lance Creuse there, number 24. Trinity Marshall, they just didn't see her. She was all alone under the basket. No one from Chippewa Valley saw her sneak in there. Got away with one.
Trinity Marshall led the Lancers in scoring the last time these 2 teams hooked up with 9 points. She has yet to score in this basketball game for Lance Creuse.
And neither has their horse, Amo, too. She's been out of foul trouble.
There's a huge 3 there. Swope knocks it down.
And they're going to need someone to step up right now. With their horses not hitting the basket, someone's going to need to step up and take control for this basketball team. But they're just got to settle down and play their game. Don't overforce anything.
That was a long scoring drought for Lance Creuse that was ended, and now a turnover coming via the steal. Morris Krause quickly up ahead. Lazat goes back to Morris Krause. Ooh, tough pass, and even tougher catch there by Marshall. Lazat put on the line 2, no good. Tapped around, and we're gonna have a tie up. It'll stay with Lance Creuse.
Yeah, those second chance opportunities are just tough. We're seeing Aaliyah Williams for the first time tonight. Abigail Palmer back in. Coach trying to keep everyone fresh, really putting a lot of bodies in. This is the most we've ever seen, too, the deepest we've seen them going to the bench this year because they want to try to really up the pressure.
Harris with the steal, stepped in between the pass. Can't finish, Marana goes up.
Wow. We read that referee announcement yet, Brad? Hey, next stoppage, a timeout maybe. we got a lot of people around here throwing in the 2 cents about the foul. It might have been a foul there, but like I said, I think they've been consistent both ways, and I don't think you can really complain. As long as they stay consistent. Oh, look at this pass. Another layup. This should be a 15-point game right now, to be honest with you.
Kind of like the Red Wings the other night. They outshoot Tampa Bay by 30 shots and lose the hockey game 3-0. I mean, Chippewa Valley's had a dozen point-blank shots at the rim.
You know, if you're Coach Maurer, those are the things that keep you up at night because all you can do as a coach is put them in position. You got players you got to finish. And that's just, they've played hard. They just got to continue to.
Got to get this basketball in.
Ooh. Almost hear the gym go quiet right there as that ball was in the air.
Avoid the 5-second violation. Go back to Marano. We'll regroup in between the circles. 3.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Big Reds lead by 4. Marana draws a double team, able to pass out. Palmer for 3. Boy, oh boy, that ball hung on the rim forever.
Looked like that might have dropped, but instead of getting a jump off, possession goes back to the Lancers. But you really got to hand to how the Big Reds have played. I mean, outstanding defense through literally 21 minutes of this basketball game, holding the Lancers to 15. Now they're going to give up a freebie.
Yep. Home run ball there. Marshall hits it.
Yeah, you get caught staring at the ball, ball watching. Next thing you know, they're getting a layup on the other end.
Boyovich getting ready to check back in this basketball game. She left with those 3 personal fouls. So here she will come, replace the Savannah King.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been told just to kind of make sure easy, don't foul anybody, because that 4, that puts you on the bench for quite a while here, and they need her play. She's had a great game tonight.
Lancers respond by putting Rain Redding into the game. So a little bit of a back and forth chess match being played by both head coaches. Tough catch over there by Harris. They'll regroup once again. Marana. Harris for 3, no good. Tapped around who's basketball, gonna stay with Chippewa Valley.
That's a good call. I didn't think he was gonna call that. Coach Downey doesn't like that call.
She thought there might have been a little bit of a push. Pass deflected, and then another tie-up.
It's like the line from Dirty Dancing. Don't put baby in the corner. It's the worst place you can be, is putting baby in the corner.
That's where possessions go to die. Kind of like that Bermuda Triangle. She got the sideline and the baseline working against you. Pass out, Harris. Hits one, kind roll.
How big has Mackenzie Harris been tonight? And really, she's come on so well late in the season. Oh.
Yeah, that one extra pass probably wasn't needed there for the Lancers. Long range 2, no good. And now a steal by Marshall. Dump it down low into a double team. And then Boyovich, saved by Marana. That's a long-range shot that refuses to go down.
Good Lord. Coach Merchant, we need to borrow some football equipment. This game's getting crazy. Good, look, there are bodies flying everywhere. The highest paid person in the building tonight could be the trainer.
Give me a lot of ice packs involved after this game. Might want to get the ice machine working overtime. Both teams leaving everything on the floor. Surprised that Amo is still on the bench with those 3 personals.
Yeah, I think you're going to try to ride her out and get those last 2 fouls to be used in the 4th quarter. I mean, that's where a game's going to matter right now. It doesn't as long as you keep it close, which is allowing her to stay on the bench. But I don't think you'll see her sit in the 4th quarter unless she picks up number 5. Nice patience.
Boyovich. Look out. Ooh, boy, might have gotten away with something there. Instead, dribbles it off of her foot.
Don't go to the corner. Stay out of the corner.
Well, for keeping track at home, we've had 2 movie references tonight. Dirty Dancing and Waterboy. Marshall turns the corner.
That's a nice drive to the basket. And again, that's just allowing, those turnovers are allowing the Lancers to stay around and hang around.
22-19, under a minute now left to go in the 3rd. Nearly had another tie-up. Boyovich kicks it down low to Williams. Ball kind of pinballs around. And I'll say last touch by the Lancers. Wholesale changes now for Chippewa Valley.
And Harris going to the bench probably just for the final 42 seconds. So my guess is she's going to be in for the last whole quarter too. So
Munson, Kargas, Kalka in. That's Kargas. No good. Oh, what a rebound on the offensive end. Still loose. Boyovich kicks it out, and it's a steal. Stutz with the steal. Morris Krause nearly lost track of it. Little bump inside, turnaround jumper.
Her hands are straight up. As soon as the shot came forward, and that's where the foul comes. She's claiming I got my hands up. Well, no, you didn't when the shot was taken.
So Natalia Stutz, the junior, will go over to the line to shoot 2. Lancers down 3, 22-19.
You know, a while ago when we said the Big Reds were up 7, but since that time, they've thrown the ball away a lot and have allowed the Lancers to creep back in this game, and that's why they've, the biggest lead has been 7, but this game should really be 15, 16 points on the layups the Big Reds have gotten. You just allowed the Lancers to hang around with all the turnovers.
Empty offensive trip there for Lance Creuse. As Stutz comes up 0 for 2 at the line, but it will stay with Lance Creuse. Caitlin Rackley to trigger. Slaps the basketball. Finds double deuces Morris Krause. Too long. Rackley with the rebound, finishes. Rackley with 6. Yeah.
Offensive rebounds will kill you, Brad.
You talked about that very thing in the first half. Second chance opportunities. Munson goes back, gonna have to hurry. Kralka for 3, no good. And the lead for the Big Reds will be 22-21, heading to the 4th quarter of play. The love of the game draws us to sports as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out onto the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which only can be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
That's right. You think you know the rules? Grab a whistle, man. Let's go. Well, 1-point lead. We're down to 8 minutes to go here, and I think for the Big Reds right now, this final 8 minutes is going to be about turnovers and rebounding, because they've done everything else very well tonight. But those 2 things have allowed the Lancers to stay in this game, and really, probably the difference in a game where Chippewa Valley's walking away with this. So, and you're gonna, Amos is gonna be in. She's got 3 fouls. They're basically gonna ride that out to the end of the game. She's gonna play. So, you gotta be ready to go.
The Stallions, the Sterling Knights, wait the winner of tonight's game. The other semifinal will be the Shorians of Lakeshore and the Fraser Ramblers. Fraser 13-9, a MAC Gold team. Lakeshore 3-16 in the MAC Gold. So we've mentioned it throughout this broadcast. A district that is winnable for either one of these teams here tonight. It's a tough path having to win this quarterfinal game.
And there are some say the winner of this district could go on and win the whole thing. Some said that Fraser could win this district. So there's a lot of what ifs. Obviously, some of it's going to be worked out tonight in the next 7 minutes and 25 seconds.
Here's that stall tactic now by the Big Reds. We've talked throughout the season as well about the shot clock missing in the Michigan boys and girls game. Do you think we need a shot clock?
No, I don't think so, Brad. I think that's part of the game, and I think until it gets to a point where you see like a 3-2 game where you're just holding the ball, I don't think you'll see a shot clock instituted. Oh, tie up, gonna give it right back to him. That's just as good as a steal.
Now in for the Big Reds is Mackenzie Harris.
I think Mackenzie Harris, now I don't think you'll see her sit the rest of the game. I think you gotta ride her and Paige as well as Bianca's played. Oh,
quick shot by Savannah Kings, good. That's a tough catch at the timeline and another steal. Slamming on the brakes, Munson goes back to Marana. Munson right on the MHSA logo. Ooh, telegraphed that pass, nearly stolen. Marana for 3, big shot. Offensive rebound taken out of the hands. Rackley comes away with it. Little 3-on-1. Terrific pass up ahead to Marshall.
Boy, Bianco, they had that rebound, but 2 people in the same spot. I think she kind of took that rebound away, and Lance Creuse ended up with it.
Marshall, 6 points in this second half. We mentioned her as a potential big name coming off the 9-point performance the last time these two teams played.
Yeah, she's got some transition buckets to get herself going.
Harris in front of the home bench, 15-footer, no good. It's Marshall there that comes down with it. Ill-advised pass, they got away with it momentarily, and there's the steal and another tough pass. Marana able to save it. Now she picks up the dribble. Passed it into trouble, now who's the foul on?
Yeah,
oh boy. Tough break there for the Big Reds.
Yeah, there are some key players in this game that have gotten into foul trouble, and the coaches really had to kind of work around it. And still, what you haven't seen yet in this fourth quarter with her sitting most of the game is Amos. They haven't even gotten her the ball yet. She has yet to even touch it.
Terrible inbound pass. Now Kralka loses the dribble and another steal. Marshall out.
Turnover city.
In and out. Marshall with the offensive rebound and a foul. Now, was she in the act of shooting? It appears that way. An opportunity for the Lancers to take the lead. That was Brooke Kralka's third personal foul. Marshall's first is good. Tie ball game.
Yeah, the Lancers, they've worked hard to get back into this ball game, and again, the turnovers have really kept them in it.
Unable to take the lead at the line. And there you have it. Lancers in front, and it's Grace Amo.
Yeah, big steal there again. Just turnovers. The turnovers have really killed the Big Reds. This game would be well in hand.
Kralka goes up with the ball fake. Munson drives, kicks it out to Marana. Holds the ball on her hip. Munson thought about the three. Long range two's no good. Ball's loose. And a timeout called by Jackie Maurer.
I'll tell you this. I've coached with Coach Maurer for 5 years. I could probably name you about 5 times she's done that. Where the ball's on the floor, it looks like you're not coming up with it. You go to call timeout, next thing you know, as soon as you say the words, ran to get the ball, boom, layup, and you're like, oh, and then you take away the basket. It's like,
well,
that's a double-edged sword, Brad.
Well, let's take it a step further, okay? If it was a tie-up, if it was a jump ball, it would have been Lancer ball. So, head coach Maurer saves the possession by taking the timeout. Big Reds live to fight here with 4:57 left in this ball game.
And you're able to drop an inbounds play to maybe tie this game up and keep it, draw back even.
4 timeouts left. You had one to take, so you might as well take it and save the possession. I think that was the right call by head coach Jackie Maurer. Harris takes a little bump, a little nickel and dimer, but
it was enough where she got displaced, and that's where the foul has to come in. It's a big possession here.
got to squash any sort of momentum that the Lancers have gained here. Harris was fouled. That was obvious. Good call. She'll go to the line. And an effort to tie this basketball game right back up.
Yeah, she got 10 points in the game, but no 2 right now are more valuable than the 2 she's about to shoot.
Just the 3rd and 4th free throws of this game for Chippewa Valley.
Yeah, they have not been to the free throw line a lot. It's been a kind of a run and gun turnover. Got to get a basket here or there.
It's a miss. It's a split. It's a 1-point game. Lancers in front, 26-25. Oh, the fans wanted a carry. Dump down low. Stutz. Boy, oh boy, this game.
it's getting chippy. The sophomore's fired up. I'm liking it. Big brother down there, he's loving it too. Big brother's loving it. He feels like he's back in high school playing.
Little helter-skelter here, to say the least.
Now what we'd love to see are just can of 3. This place go crazy.
Approaching the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Harris tries to turn the corner, now defers back to Marana. Gets the screen set by King. Calling for the basketball, Leah Williams, no good. Amo rips it down. Up ahead, outlet pass Lazat. Finds a trailing teammate, Marshall, who couldn't handle the pass.
And she's had 3 of those the second half. It's really kind of got her going. I think she was just trying to score before she caught the ball and turned it over.
Jordan Monroe, the starter, back into the game. Marana calmly brings the basketball up, now picks up her dribble. Over to Harris. Amo applying a little bit of defensive pressure, now steps in. Tough luck misses right now for the Big Reds. Loose ball, controlled momentarily by Chippewa Valley. Boy, oh boy, nobody.
This is crazy.
Corral it. 15-footers canned by Jordan Monroe.
What an exchange there.
Amo asks for it.
You know, Amo had her back to the basket there. She turns around. They had a 3-on-2 and she passed it up.
Amo with the rebound, misses. And now it's Marshall that was fouled.
Yes, 2-3 opportunities. And now they're going to the free throw line, and you know, it's just got to rebound the basketball. You got to rebound it with everything you got. I think at this point in time, you got to get Bianca back in the game.
This game has a feel of one that's going to go right down to the last possession, does it not?
That's where it was the last time they were here. Even in overtime, it was a war. Here she comes.
So Marshall makes the first, ties the score back up at 27-27, 2:59 now left to go in regulation.
Trinity Marshall has been huge from the free throw line. She's really...
Now a tie-up, it'll stay with the Lancers. Running out of adjectives to describe jump balls. That possession arrow has gotten a workout. They might have to change the light bulb in it.
Yeah, might have gotten some carpal tunnel from switching the arrow.
Oh, Amo nearly picked up her 4th there. Now Marana beats everybody down the floor. Nearly dribbled it off.
Hand checking. You can't hand check.
The enthusiasm and energy in this gymnasium has reached fever pitch.
The 30 referees were telling you about the hand check.
Boyovich carefully doesn't pick up the pivot foot. Head coach Jackie Maurer bent over. Boy, oh boy, she is living and dying by every offensive possession right now.
There she is.
No place for a nervous person as Marana misses short.
She's been just a tad off rhythm tonight. That's a shot she normally knocks down. She's got to continue to shoot that, though, if they're going to win this ball game.
Lance Creuse going to take a full timeout. Good reminder that we're always said that sportsmanship is the golden rule in action. But why should it stop when the game is over? Now more than ever, we need to respect each other and treat each other with common decency, not only between the lines, but outside the lines in our daily lives. In sports and in life, nothing beats good sportsmanship. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You know, it was about, I want to say about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. My daughter was a senior here, and we happened to kind of catch lightning in a bottle after an 8-12 regular season. And they took Chippewa Valley all the way to we won all 3 games in that week, including a big win over a Ford team in the district finals to capture a district, and it was just an amazing run. And this game has been absolutely outstanding. It almost has a district final feel to it, because everyone knows right now the team who loses goes home. Your season's over with, and boy, none of these teams want to go home yet. And it has been an absolute grind so far on this floor tonight. Both teams just played their hearts out.
It's a young roster for Lance Creuse. Majority of this team will be back next season. Having a hard time getting this basketball in. Talia Stutz up ahead to Amo. Marshall catches, lays it in.
Yeah, she's done a nice job finishing at the rim. She got a ton of points this half just by getting that ball to the basket, one dribbling off the glass.
I'll tell you what, Amo makes such a big difference in the middle of that full court pressure breaking offense. Because of her height and her length, she can hold the basketball high above her head and has been able to find Marshall many times in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's been out of this game for so long, you kind of forget the impact that she has, but you can see the difference now with her in the game. It just brings a different level. The big reds really can't get inside as much. Just as I say that,
Boyovich wide open.
30-second timeout for the
she has had, I can't tell you enough about the game she's had tonight. She's been absolutely outstanding. Obviously, you don't keep rebounds, but the 9 points, she's got to be in the neighborhood of close to 9 or 10 rebounds. I mean, she's been absolutely huge tonight. I know she's got 4 fouls and she's got to be careful, but I mean, the play of her tonight, just running that baseline and having her teammates find her for some great passes, has really kind of kept us in it. And 29-29, Brad, minute 23 to go. We've been treated to a good one.
How about Trinity Marshall for Lance Creuse? 10 points in this basketball game, all of them in the second half.
Yeah, she's been outstanding. I mean, she's came off the, you know, you made a comment about she was their leading scorer the last game, and just like that, in transition, she's gotten a lot of her buckets that way just by being in the right place and an open spot. Her teammates have found her. Might be the loudest we've heard this place all season.
Amo, no good. Offensive rebound and another tie-up. Possession to the Big Reds.
Well, they didn't get the rebound, but they tied her up, so it's almost as good. And now you got a chance to take the lead with a $1:12 to go. Coach Mauer's got 3 timeouts. Really extending that zone up.
Harris backs down, being guarded there by Morris Creuse. Creuse, along with Rackley, stepping into the lane. Rackley nearly had a steal, nearly had the basketball going the other way. Now, Marana picks up the dribble, and Jackie Mauer will take a timeout.
This game is not for the faint of heart. Well, we said first one to 30, and we're at 29-29.
Boy, we're like a couple soothsayers up here.
Man, it's almost like we've done a few of these, Brad.
Yeah, don't ask us for the lottery numbers. We're not that good.
Notice how we didn't give the over-under.
Well, who knows what the end has in store for us, so I'm going to get this out of the way. The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Chippewa Valley Cable Television. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and Chippewa Valley Cable Television.
So that means no making bootleg copies and asking you and I to sign it?
No, but we will sign photos. If you got a nice photo of Jeff Vitale and myself, stop on by, we'll autograph it.
I charge $5.
Well,
I'm expensive, man. I'm a diva.
Rightfully so. You're the main man.
Didn't really kiss a lot of babies coming in today, though. Felt a little.
No, the Jeff Vitale fan club was kind of lacking here tonight.
Yeah, felt a little slighted there today.
Yeah, numbers weren't quite as strong here tonight. Need to get the fan club back together and have a meeting to sort things out.
Might have lost a few viewers on my TikTok.
Harris catches, explores, drives, no call!
She took it right at the big girl, and of course she got blocked. And
well, they're going
to let that one slide.
They're going to call it a jump ball, and now a timeout called by Lance Creuse.
full timeout for the Lancers.
Coach Downey wants a full timeout.
I think that timeout was called before it was inbounded, so I'm sure the ball's got to be down the baseline, would be my guess.
Well, I assume Coach Downey was worried about a 5-second violation.
She was pretty close. Had to be at least 3.5, 4 for sure. On that block, Meyer and Harris exploded off the bleachers here, wanting a foul on little sis. Hey, wave to the camera, wave to the fans.
Oh, hey!
I told you, man, I only have a face for radio. Get it off. What a game, though. I mean, you want to talk about two teams that left it on the floor tonight? And as a coach, you always use those cliches, leave it on the floor. You got two teams here who have left everything on the floor. It's going to be hard for one team to walk off it tonight. When you throw it all out there like both teams have done, it's hard to see a team. I haven't seen very many opening games in a district played like this.
Yeah, well, oftentimes you do see mismatches, and there might be one in the semifinal between Fraser and Lakeshore. That on paper is a mismatch. But you took a look at these two teams, you knew this one was going to be competitive and come right down to the wire.
Oh,
Marshall,
she doubled.
The catch. Rackley, short. Amo tracks it down. And it's Chippewa Valley and Harris. She gets knocked down. Lance Creuse had one foul to give. That is their last foul to give. 27.1 seconds left.
So next foul puts the Big Reds in a 1-on-1. Tie game, 27.1 to go.
Both teams have two timeouts. Marana up ahead to Monroe. Monroe out of bounds. Marshall.
Coach Mauer's heart has got to be at her feet right now. This game is not for the faint of heart.
Monroe's going to inbound. Near sideline. Lance Creuse not putting any pressure on the inbound pass. Harris trying to work her way around a curl. Asks for it. Oh no! It's a turnover right at the timeline. Up ahead to Marshall. She collided with her own teammate.
Her own teammate knocked her out of bounds. Wow.
Marshall is wide open, and that's who the Lancers want to have the basketball in the hands of, and she collided with Swope, her own teammate. Marana up to the front court, caught a timeout called by Chippewa Valley. Well, Jeff, we said it, first to 30. We also said it would come down to the final possession.
Coach Meyer might be drawing the backdoor alley-oop, put it down to win 31-29, I don't know, but she's drawing up something over there which you think has got to either free up Harris or Page, or if they come out and fly out at them, you might have Bianca down low, who's been open a couple times. So there are options there for the Big Reds. You got to shoot this ball with the horn in the air, though. You can't hold on to this ball or turn it over and give Lance Creuse a chance to win it. A lot of negotiating going on in the bleachers here, Brad. maybe they're talking about who's going to take the referee test and see who's going to officiate.
5.7 seconds remaining. The inbound pass will come directly in front of us here on this near sideline. Boyevich, Harris, King, Monroe, and Marana for the Big Reds.
One shot. That's all the Big Reds need right now is one shot. Look at the Lancers going small here.
Well, the crowd rises up to their feet. Harris from the screen draws the double team. Monroe, Marana for three in the win. No good. Bonus basketball. OT here from the Valley.
It's kind of like deja vu from last time, Brad. They went in overtime the last time they played here.
4 minutes up on the big board.
I mean, that was a tough shot. She had a hand in her face, but it had a good look on the rim and just off to the right a little bit. And boy, can you imagine this place would have happened if it would have went in? If you're Sterling Heights right now, it doesn't look like any of them are here, which is kind of odd. Usually when you're off, I know we always went and watched a first-round opponent. Obviously, I guarantee you the coach is here somewhere, obviously, but if you're Sterling Heights right now, you're hoping this game goes 6, 7, 8 overtimes. Everyone's just dog-tired for Wednesday and run them into the ground. That's kind of, your mentality if you're the Stallions who are waiting to win this game on Wednesday.
New for the 2022-23 school year is a totally redesigned MHSAA website. The address is the same. Just go to MHSAA.com for all your news, scores, schedules, and more. The new site works great on mobile devices and makes tournament information even easier to find. Plus, get all the feature stories and final recaps right on the front page. Check out the new MHSAA.com. Make sure you subscribe to the Chippewa Valley Cable Sports YouTube channel as well. Get email notifications of when all of our content is available to you all season long. Hopefully, Jeff, we got a few more broadcasts to do.
Yeah, I had mentioned to you, I would love to be here on Friday. We know that the Lady Cougars are on the road, I believe at Creuse North, if I'm not mistaken. It might be where the boys are, I can't remember. But yeah, it's the Big Reds, the Lady Big Reds are the only one who are home. The boys next week open up. They will be at Lakeshore.
Senior night coming up for the boys against Country Day.
Savannah won the tip.
Boyevich able to pass out of the double team. Monroe over to Marana.
We'd just love to see Paige catch fire in this overtime. They really need it.
She's open. Bounce pass inside. Maybe one too many passes. And now Boyevich is going to pick up the reach and foul. Head coach Jackie Maurer looks up at the big board to see how many fouls she has. She has 5. She has fouled out of this basketball game. Terrific effort tonight by Bianca Boyevich.
Oh, she's played outstanding. It's tough to see her get off this floor. Was it not a foul call? Oh. Yeah, Coach Maurer gets her 30 seconds. I don't know why they're speeding her up. Oh, that's a vicious screen there.
Both teams now with 6 fouls, so free throws the rest of the way. We'll see if that plays a factor. Marana with the steal. Marana draws contact, getting in late to deflect that pass, Trinity Marshall.
Yeah, she's been all over the floor. She has played an outstanding second half for the Lancers. Definitely got her game going. She is definitely dialed into this game. Oh, geez. That's the coach in me coming out at times, Brad. It's in my contract.
Marana holds the ball high above her head. Monroe, they kick it out. Nothing available via the drive. Now Lancer takes a spill. Amo reaches in to try to tie up the basketball. No call. Monroe slows things down. Well, we played over a minute of overtime. No score. Skip pass.
You see how long Mackenzie Harris stays on the bench.
Kralka, long range deuce, no good. Amo comes down with it. Morris Krause brings it up into the front court. Harris getting ready to check in. Marshall, cross-court pass to Rackley. Rackley picks up her dribble. Marshall drives, floats one up, no good. Kralka comes down with a rebound.
Nobody giving an inch.
Kralka eyes the three, bang!
Oh, what a shot by Brooke Kralka. Oh, big shot.
Rackley, double dribble carry.
Oh. So much can be said about the heart of the Big Reds tonight. And this game has been almost the equivalent to Brad, to watching a yo-yo go down and then back up, and down and then back up. 7-point lead, Lance Creuse comes back, Chippewa takes a little bit, Lance Creuse comes back, now a big 3 in overtime. I mean, you want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. Mr. Harris doing his thing in the stands, as always. Big Red basketball, how huge is this possession? You want to talk about big possessions? You made a basket here and make this a 2-possession game with 1:50 to go in an overtime district game. You want to talk about tightening up the other team. And now you can start to play a little free. Not too free, because we've seen what happens when the Big Reds have played too free tonight. But under control. Coach Mauer expecting maybe the Lancers to press here. Not happening. They are extending, though, to a 2-2-1. Got to get somebody in that middle.
Now, I assume Chippewa Valley is going to go into big-time delay mode. How much time will the Lancers allow to tick off before fouling?
Well, I definitely think they're going to take their time, that's for sure. Find a good shot. Tick as much time off as you can, but protect the ball. I think if you're Lance Creuse, you foul. It's 1-on-1.
Well, you got to extend this basketball game, especially down 3 now. Obviously, at this level, we know free throws aren't a given.
No, and Coach Downey is screaming, but the gym is so loud, you can't hear. Oh, we mentioned, Paige has kind of struggled offensively tonight. No 2 bigger free throws than what she's going to shoot than right here. And really, it's a 1-on-1. She's got to make the first one and get the second one.
Hasn't shot anything here tonight, and now Lance Creuse will take a timeout. And they're going to force Marana to think about this just a bit longer. Well, we mentioned throughout tonight's broadcast that Sterling Heights awaits tonight's winner. That game will take place Wednesday night.
And like I said, if you're Sterling Heights, you're hoping for about 7 or 8 overtimes right now, just a back and forth slugfest. Hopefully not a lot left in the tank, because these two, I think right now, if you're here watching this game, you're going back to practice tomorrow going, whoa, we got to get ready to go. I mean, it was
turnaround.
A 54-48 overtime game against Chippewa at Sterling Heights earlier. So we know both teams can put some points up on the board on each other if it's Chippewa. I do not think Lance Creuse played Sterling Heights.
Well, let's
but
take a look.
You got the numbers right here, Mr. Research.
I do not see the Stallions on the Lance Creuse schedule. So you are right, Mr. Vitale. As always, never doubted you.
It's so hard being me sometimes, man.
It's got to be tough.
Oh.
Marana, big free throws coming up the gym. Grows quiet. One spin of the basketball, a couple little dribbles. Sends the first on its way. It's good. 4-point lead, 2-possession game.
That was nothing but nylon. Now if you're Coach Mauer, no fouls. She's railing to him right now, no fouls. Just play good defense.
Jim grows quiet once again. Marana, short. Offensive rebound.
Oh, that's even better.
Got to foul again, Down 4 now.
Yeah, they're playing man-to-man now. She can just really dribble it out. She's applying no pressure for a 5-second call.
That'll be Lazat to commit the foul. So another 1-and-1 situation with the Big Reds up 4.
Yep. Don't aim it, just shoot it, kiddo.
Short, nobody went for the rebound. Lancer basketball, nobody went for that rebound, Jeff.
No, they all forgot about the 1-on-1. Just keep every blue shirt in front of you. No basket they can make puts them in the lead right now.
Morris Krause taking a lot of time off. Marshall, 3 on its way, no good. Kralka boxed out and committed a foul. She took Stutz down.
That's going to be a one-on-one.
That's Kralka's fourth.
Well, you can't bring Bianca back in the game. We know that for sure.
Stutz. Oh, boy. That's
Big
clutch.
free throw.
That is clutch.
And she knocked that down perfect, and then here comes the other ice. What? First one to 35?
Well, everything we could have hoped for and more tonight in this quarterfinal game of the districts.
Yeah, we know the first meeting against these guys was early on in the season. Lance Creuse really took it to Chippewa Valley. The Big Reds kind of came back a second time with a vengeance, losing by 4 in overtime. In this game, these two teams, since that first meeting in early December, really slugged out some great basketball games and really giving you some fun action to watch.
So Stutz has another free throw coming up. Lancers down 3, 33-30. 39.7 seconds remaining in overtime.
The 8-man Chippewa Valley student section tonight, trying to be loud and proud over there.
Consists mainly of the boys basketball team, I believe.
Hey, every little bit counts. Here's the most important thing. You got to box out on this rebound.
Well, and you also got to remember you got to rebound. Second is missed. Possession arrow says Big Red ball.
Big Reds in their press break. Lance Creuse in press, full court press mode.
Surprised they don't put anybody on the inbounder. Marana.
Take your time. Got a foul her. She's missed her last 2 free throws. These are big shots. And not necessarily both of them, Brad. One of them keeps you at a 2-possession game.
That was the 9th team foul on the Lancers. So 2 shots the rest of the way for Chippewa Valley. Marana too strong. Rebound by Marshall. Lazat. Marshall. Cross-court pass. Lazat. Dump it down low. Turnaround jumper's no good. Lancer basketball.
Yeah,
11.1.
Kralka got turned around a little bit there, and she was a little out of position, and they were able to knock it off her with 11.1 to go. And the chess match continues.
Lancers take the timeout. That is their last, Jeff. So Lance Creuse does not have a timeout. But what do you draw up here with 11.1 left?
We saw a lot of college basketball this weekend where everyone mentioned fouling up 3. If you foul on the inbounds, it's a 1-on-1. And it's not even a guarantee they make the first one. But you can't, Lance Creuse can't take the lead on it. Is Coach Maurer possibly talking about maybe fouling with a 1-on-1 to Lance Creuse?
Well,
I'll tell you this, Wisconsin wish they fouled. That's all I'm going to say.
So does Michigan State.
Quite a few teams. So do you foul and put them on the line for a 1-on-1? Because even if they make 2 points, you can't take the lead with 2 free throws. Whoa, decisions.
Definitely a strategy that could come into play.
And you can play man-to-man in the inbound. As soon as the ball's inbounded, boom, foul, 1-on-1. And you're probably talking about 10 seconds right there. It's going to take at least a second off the clock. How about this? Number 2. Amo not in the game.
Well, she's at the end of the bench, and she's been, it looks like she's been hampered by something. She's kind of labored on the end of the bench. Nearly at a 5-second violation. Chippewa Valley does not foul. That's a 3. No good! Munson with the rebound and the tie-up.
1 second to go. It's a 3-point lead.
It's Lancer ball. Possession arrow says Lancer ball. Possession arrow says Lancer ball.
Coach, I think you got one left to go. Call a timeout here and foul.
Got to get up a shot in a hurry. Got to get the inbound in. They won't. It's over. The Big Reds win it on their home floor. 33-30, advancing to the district semifinals to take on the Sterling Heights Stallions.
Wow.
What a win here tonight by the Chippewa Valley Big Reds. They needed overtime, but they get the job done. A valiant comeback tonight by the Lancers falls short. Lead swelled up to 7 for the Big Reds.
Take your hat off to Lance Creuse. They were down at 7 points, battled back. Both teams went back and forth, and the Big Reds made just enough plays to win. Great game by the Lancers, but the Big Reds, you got to feel happy now. Now you get to get ready for a home game on Wednesday and possibly a berth in the district championship game.
Brooke Kralka with the game-winning three-pointer. The difference in overtime here tonight as the Big Reds advance to the district semifinals, 33-30, our final score. Terrific job, as always, by our Chippewa Valley Cable Television crew.
Except for when they turn the camera on us.
James Calderon, our director here tonight, he made that decision.
Yeah, he's going to hear about it in about 5 minutes.
For Jeff Vitale, I'm Brad Fetter saying goodbye one final time from the Valley.
Jim, better lock the truck. I'm coming.
As the Chippewa Valley Big Reds come out on top, 33-30 over the Lance Creuse Lancers. So long, folks. We'll see you next time right here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television.